Alrighty everybody, I'm back here just doing a quick little update video on that Forage factory food plot that I planted, the no-till style, like zero prep work. There's just standing grass in here that we brush hog. There's quite a bit of thatch, so it's not doing the greatest. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to overseed it. The brassica seems to be doing pretty good. I just think that bigger oat and rye seed just couldn't get through in all of the thatchy spots. That real small brassica, the real small clover seed, that seemed to get through because that seems to be growing just about everywhere. But the bigger seed doesn't really look like it got through the best. Certain areas where it did, it's growing great. There's a couple areas that are pretty thin, but like I said, there was zero prep work to this, so I'm not in this for much. This was just something to test. You guys can see down here towards the bottom. Up here, it's doing fairly decent. There's quite a bit coming up for not really doing anything at all. But this is what we got. I wanted to give you guys kind of an update on it. I know a couple people were asking on the last video, so I'm right out of work. So I'll show you. You know, you guys can see obviously the brassica is coming up. None of it's yellowing. This is only a couple weeks, so the brassica is not doing great, but it is growing. And then all this tall stuff here is the forage oats or the rye. There's some browse pressure right there. You can see the deer have been nipping on it. But it looks pretty good up through here. Like I said, in these high thatch areas, like right here, it doesn't really look like the seed got through too good. But up in here, down along here, you know, you can see right where the thatch layer was really heavy thatch and a lot lighter thatch. You can see that perfectly green strip. That whole thing would have looked like that if I would have done some kind of a prep work to try to dethatch this a little bit, or you know, try to expose the soil a little bit more. That's my own fault. That's not the seed's fault. That's my fault. I just wanted to get something in here, and what was in here was useless to the deer. A bunch of nutsedge and just crappy grasses. So there was some canary grass in here and stuff. Nothing that the deer are going to utilize as a food source. Right back here, and then most of this here, that's all big bedding area. We have had one buck move into the area, it seems like. He's a 9-pointer, probably not something I'm going to shoot. He just shed his velvet the other day. We got pictures of him with his velvet coming off. But I did bring some forage oats back here, so some of these thin spots here, I'm going to throw some more seed on the ground and try to get something growing in them. It's probably not going to help a whole lot, but if I can get more seed on the soil, it'll just green this up a little bit. There is zero rain in the forecast for the foreseeable future. So I don't know when this is going to germinate. All I know is I want the seed on here, so if we do get a random shower here or there, you know, it's there for the moisture. Brassica's kind of growing everywhere. You can see it. It's not doing the greatest. I've had obviously way better brassica plots than this, but it is growing and it's green. None of it's yellowing. That triple 19 definitely helps, but you guys can see, you know, most of what's growing here is the brassica, that really tiny seed that was able to get through the thatch more than the you know, your bigger rye or your oat seed. So you can see it's doing all right. Doesn't get a whole lot of sunlight. It definitely gets a little bit more. The sun's back behind these trees, but in the day, most of the day, it's in here, and this gets lit up pretty good by the sun. But it's not doing too bad for a backwoods plot that's that was completely no-tilled and then just sprayed. I'm pretty happy with it. Like I said, I didn't really do a lot, so if it doesn't work out, then that's on me. The seed's growing. The seed got in here where the seed could. It's growing good. I actually really like the mix. I think I might incorporate it into my bigger plot next year instead of doing corn. Lay off on the corn for a year or two and rotate things around. I'll have my greens, my clovers up on the upper part of the field, and then my lower part of the field, probably do 3/4 of an acre of something like this. Usually have a camera back here on this tree. I've had as many as 6-7 deer in here even at a time, just nipping on the tops of this stuff. So I've actually had to take that camera down, take it to a different property. I'm running 12, I have 12 tacked camera reels now, and I have 6 Moultrie mobile units. My Tacticams, I spread those thin between 3 properties, and then my 6 Tacticams are on a property that's right down the road, and right down the road from my house. So that property that's right down the road from my house, and this property in particular, we've actually had pictures of bear, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's what it looks like. Here's your little update, short and sweet. It's no fault of the seed. If this doesn't work out, it's all on me not doing my prep work, just trying something. This is how you guys learn. You guys can learn from my mistakes or my successes. And I wouldn't even call this a failure. I mean, there's food in here. The deer have been in here eating. Yeah, it's not a lush green, knee-high, tall food plot, but it's something. It's better than what's on the rest of this trail. And if this is better what's on the rest of this trail, if I can get some more oats to come up in here and green us up just a little bit more, that box blind is just made so much better. And the food is right here, and you can slip into that box blind. A predominant wind blows from this bedding to that box blind. Most of the time we can slip right in the backside. Your access and exit are dynamite out of that thing. So it's a pretty convenient spot. If the deer start bedding up in here, we had a huge apple crop this year and a deer hammering apples, and this whole bedding area is loaded with apple trees. I'm actually going to hang a camera up in there also. So just want to give you guys a little update here. Like I said, if this is better than what's up there, then this puts them right next to my box blind, and that's better for us. So I'm going to get spreading these oats, hang up cameras, and we're going to get out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody.